Imagine this. It's early morning. The house is quiet. You walk into the kitchen, still a little sleepy, and reach for your usual cup of coffee. The smell fills the air. Familiar, comforting, almost automatic. But today, something is different. Instead of drinking it the same way you always do, you pause and drop a single clove into the cup. Just one. It sinks slowly, releasing a faint, spicy aroma. Nothing dramatic, nothing explosive, just a quiet change. And yet, inside your body, something begins to shift, not in a magical way, not in a miracle cure kind of way, but in a real biological, measurable way, the kind that most people never notice until years later. Today, we're going to talk about what actually happens when you add just one clove to your coffee, why this combination is gaining attention, and what science really says about it, without exaggeration, without myths. Because after the age of 50, even small daily habits can slowly shape your health in powerful ways. Let's start with the basics. Coffee, on its own, is already one of the richest natural sources of polyphenols, plant compounds that act as antioxidants in the body. These compounds help neutralize oxidative stress, which is one of the main drivers of aging, inflammation, and chronic disease. But coffee also has its downsides. For many people, especially after 50 or 60, coffee can irritate the stomach, increase acid production, cause slight blood sugar fluctuations, or lead to jitteriness and fatigue later in the day. Now enter clove. Clove is a small spice, but it contains a powerful compound called eugenol. This is not just a flavoring substance. Eugenol has been studied for its anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and digestive supporting properties. So when you combine coffee and clove, you're not creating a miracle drink. You're creating a balance. And that's where things start to get interesting. Let's talk about what may happen in your body within the first 10 to 20 minutes. You take a sip. The caffeine from coffee begins to absorb quickly through the stomach and small intestine. Your brain starts to wake up. Alertness increases. Reaction time improves. At the same time, something quieter is happening. The clove begins to release eugenol and other bioactive compounds. These interact with your digestive system, particularly the lining of the stomach. For some people, this may help reduce the harshness of coffee. Not completely, but enough to make a difference over time. You may not feel it immediately, but your stomach does. Now let's go a little deeper. One of the most talked about effects of this combination is digestion. As we age, digestion naturally slows down. The stomach produces less acid. Enzyme activity decreases. Food may sit longer in the gut, leading to bloating or discomfort. Clove has traditionally been used in many cultures to support digestion. Modern studies suggest it may stimulate digestive enzymes, reduce gas formation, and support smoother gut function. When added to coffee, it doesn't fix digestion instantly, but it may gently support it, day after day, cup after cup. And over weeks or months, that's where real change happens. Now let's address something important. Inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the silent processes behind many age-related conditions, heart disease, joint pain, metabolic issues, even cognitive decline. Coffee contains antioxidants that may help reduce oxidative stress. Clove, on the other hand, contains compounds that may help modulate inflammatory pathways, especially through eugenol. When combined, they don't cancel inflammation overnight, but they may contribute to a slightly lower inflammatory load in the body over time. And again, this is not something you feel in a single day. This is something your body experiences quietly, consistently, in the background. Now let's talk about blood sugar. After 50 or 60, many people begin to notice subtle changes. Higher fasting glucose, more fatigue after meals, cravings or energy dips. Coffee can sometimes increase blood sugar temporarily in sensitive individuals. Clove, interestingly, has been studied for its potential role in supporting insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism. When you combine the two, the effect is not dramatic. But for some people, clove may help soften the spike that coffee alone might cause. Not eliminate it, not reverse diabetes, but slightly support balance. Now here's something most people don't think about: the brain. Caffeine stimulates the central nervous system. That's obvious, but long-term brain health is not just about stimulation. It's about protection. Oxidative stress and inflammation can slowly affect brain cells over time. This is one of the reasons cognitive decline becomes more common with age. Clove contains antioxidants that may help protect neurons from oxidative damage. Again, not instantly, but gradually. And when paired with coffee, which also contains neuroprotective compounds, you create a small daily habit that may support long-term brain health. Now, let's be honest. There are also things this drink does not do. It does not cure diseases, replace medication, melt fat overnight, or cleanse your body in a dramatic way. And this is important because many videos exaggerate. Real health doesn't work like that. What this simple habit does is much more subtle. It supports your body, it works with your biology, and it becomes powerful only when it is consistent. So how should you actually do it? It's very simple. Take your regular cup of coffee, add 1 whole clove, not ground, just 1 whole piece. Let it sit for a minute or 2. That's it. You don't need more. In fact, too much clove can make the taste too strong and may irritate the stomach. 1 is enough. Consistency matters more than quantity. Now imagine this. You wake up tomorrow, you make your coffee, you add 1 clove, you drink it just like today. Nothing dramatic happens. But inside your body, small processes begin. Your digestion feels a little smoother. Your stomach feels a little calmer. Your body handles the day just a little better. And over time, those little things start to add up. Because health after 50 is not about extreme changes. It's about small daily decisions. Repeated quietly, without stress, without pressure, just simple habits, done consistently. So the next time you prepare your morning coffee, pause for a second. Ask yourself, what small thing can I do today that my future body will thank me for? Maybe it's adding 1 clove. Maybe it's walking a little more. Maybe it's drinking more water. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. Take care of your body. Protect your health. And remember, real change is always quiet at the beginning. If this video helped you see things differently, stay with us, because there is much more to learn. Take care, stay healthy, and don't forget to subscribe.